All right, so today is functional flow and yin. I'll say the functional flow part, we kind of already do all that, but I'm going to focus in specifically on hips today. And a little bit of, we've done a lot of twisting in the last few weeks. We'll continue to do that today as well. So it'll be that, and then we have yin. We'll probably practice the same ones that we've done for a few weeks, the scorpion, so front of shoulder, and also twist, and hip, pigeon for hip. All right, we're gonna start on our backs. So you guys have all have a couple of blocks and a strap and a bolster, perfect. That's what you'll need for class. All right, so I say the hardest part is done. You have checked out of what you were doing this morning and you are checking in to time for yourself. So truly take some time to check in. Scan your body. Maybe you start with the feet, travel up the legs, through the torso, through the arms. Some of us carry a lot of tension through shoulders, neck, and face. So maybe you pay particular attention here to what is going on in those spaces. And now turn your attention to your breath. Nothing to change with the breath. In fact, don't try to force it to be anything other than what it is. Find your easy rhythm of breathing. Let's stay here a few more rounds of breath. Now begin to add some movement back to the body. So whether that be a long stretch or knees drawn into the chest, or maybe a little bit of both of these. Maybe it's a windshield wiper of the legs, gently moving from side to side. Anything here that feels good. Let's rock and roll up to seated. And we're going to start off here just so seated position. Maybe you add a block or a bolster underneath you if it feels better to do so. And let's start here by dropping the right ear to the right shoulder. Now you are welcome to find a little movement through the head from side to side if it feels good, just to drop the chin toward the shoulder. You also could add a little weight to this stretch. A gentle draw down of that left shoulder with the left fingertips. And the weight here, it's really not a pull down, it's a lift up if you decide to put your hand to the side of the head. Think of creating length here with that lift. But slowly bring the head back up to center, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Just let the ear drop toward the shoulder first, and then decide what you need from there. Slowly bring the head back up to center. Let's drop the chin toward the center of the chest, or to the center of the chest. Again, here, you're welcome just to stay, tucking the chin in toward the chest. You could clasp your fingers together, bring the hands to the back of the head, and just let the arms rest. So this is adding weight, it's not a pull. Just adding a little bit more here. Hold one more breath. Bring the head back up to center. All right, let's switch the position of the legs. Your opposite leg will be in front. And then placing your right hand to the floor. Send that left arm up and over. We'll flow just a little bit here, so inhale. Let's bring both arms up. As you exhale, side body stretch, opposite side. One more time each way. Inhale, center. And exhale. Last time here, inhale up, exhale, and reach. Good. Now let's bring those arms back up to center. Reach forward, so hinging from the hip, and then let the fingertips land to the mat. Maybe you walk the fingertips further out in front, maybe you walk them to one side and then to the other. We are pausing here for a couple more breaths, so there's time to explore a little bit. Let's walk all the way through, coming to hands and knees. We're going to start right away with a little core strengthening, and then we'll move through a little more spinal warm up as well. So you're looking straight down to your mat with your hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. I think we did this one the last few weeks. We're going to send that left leg straight back behind. Bring your right elbow alongside the body. You're going to send both the arm and the leg forward at the same time, the arm and the leg back at the same time. So we call this rowing, a rowing dog. So you're sending the arm and leg forward, arm and leg back, moving at your pace. There is no rush. The next time that left leg is back, set the hand and the knee back to the mat. And here's where you can add in a little bit of cat and cow. I'm going to have you move here in a way that feels right for you. So maybe it's cat and cow. Maybe it's a little bit of something extra for coming off the wrists or head, neck, shoulders. And then we'll come back to center here, and you'll send your right leg back, left elbow alongside the body. Once again, we are moving. Limbs are moving in the same direction. Easy movement, looking straight down to your mat. No rush. The next time the right leg is back, set hand and knee back to the mat. And let's press back together to an extended child's pose. So the arms stretched out in front. Maybe do a little rock through the hips, a little massage through the forehead. And let's actually take just a few seconds here. Actually, let's roll through the wrists. We're actually going to be back up onto an all fours position, not for a really long time, but you might just need a little bit of respite for those wrists. And just a reminder that when we are on all fours, to engage up into the finger pads as well, so that you're not feeling just through the base of the wrist, you're feeling all through the hands. All right, so you may want to put your blocks up at the front edge of the mat. You may even want to frame the front of your mat. We're gonna come back to that all fours position here, and we'll lift the right leg up so that we're making this 90-degree shape. And then what I'd like you to do is really be mindful that you're gonna send that right knee out to the side, bring the knee in and back around. So we're trying to create as big of circles as we can. So right knee comes up, go out to the side and back and around. And then we'll do the last time on this right side going this direction. And then let's switch directions. So the knee comes into the chest first, goes out to the side, up and around. Knee comes into the chest, out to the side, back and around. And we'll do that one more time. Knee into the chest, out to the side, back and around. And then from here, you're actually just gonna step this right foot forward between the hands. All right. So you can use your blocks here. We're actually gonna lift that back knee up off the mat and have this be a little more active, and we'll add in a little hamstring opening as well. I think we did this the last few weeks as well. We're going to drop the hips here, opening up through the chest, and then begin to straighten out through that front leg and fold over that front leg. Again, let's bend the knee, open up through the chest, straighten the leg, and fold. One more time, bend the knee, opening up through the chest, straighten the leg, and fold. Good, now, come back to that bent knee, left hand either to the floor or to the block, and send your right arm up into the air for a twist. Bring the right hand down. We are going to rise up into a crescent lunge, so maybe that back foot needs to come in just a little bit. Come all the way up here, and let's add a little bit of shoulder mobility in. We've done these multiple times, I think. We're bringing the arms down, you rotate your palms to face back, and then you bring the arms up and back behind, trying to keep the hands up off the back a bit. And then go back up to where you started. Again, here, out to the side, palms turn around. Good. And we'll do that one more time. Just getting a sense for how the shoulders feel. Today, Tina's got a little extra going on from maybe a dog and cat. All right, hands down around your right foot. Send the right foot back to join your left for a plank pose. All right, let's pause here in plank. Now in your plank pose, really activate the entire body. So squeeze the glutes, core is strong. You could drop the knees to add a little extra support at any time here. But feel, again, the strength through the entire body. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, lower down, inhaling up to a back bend of your choice. You decide here what that looks like. And then let's make our way to down dog. Travel there however you'd like. You can add that push-up in or not. Once you run in down dog, we'll take a few breaths here, so feel free to pedal out the feet. Drop the shoelace side of the foot to the mat to stretch through the front of the foot. You drop the knees to the mat and do a little massage with one knee, working through the calf on the opposite side, opposite leg. toward the floor, your chest toward your thighs. Press away from your hands. Let's inhale the right leg up. All right, friends, those circles that we did, we're gonna do them again here, but let's first extend the leg out to the side, then bring the knee in, up and around. See if you can kick that leg out to the side, really strong through the core, and then bring the knee in. And if you'd like to drop that left knee down at any time, feel free to do that. All right, the next time that leg is back up in that three-legged dog, then bring the knee into the chest first. When you go out to the side, see if you can straighten the leg out a bit. Knee in. Beautiful. And then from here, drop those right toes to the mat, drop the knees to the mat, press back, extended child's pose. Now, a couple of things with this extended child's pose. If you've never put your forehead on a block for extended child's pose, maybe try that and see how that feels, if there's anything different that you feel through the back. The other option here is to find a puppy pose. So sending the arms forward, dropping either the forehead or the chin and the chest toward the floor, but the arms stretched out long, bottom in the air. Good, we'll pause here a couple of breaths. We do that same little hip mobility a couple of different ways. A little more for the shoulders in crescent lunge. But just pause here for a second, a few more seconds. All right, let's make our way to a tabletop position. So once again here, together, we're going to lift that leg up to that 90-degree shape, and then we'll go out to the side with it, come in, back, and around. So up, out to the side, in, back, and around. One more going in this direction. Once that leg is up, then you'll draw it back into the chest to reverse the direction, out to the side, up, and around. So two more here. So as we are moving, especially with that knee going out to the side, with the strength that's required for from the rest of your body, there's a little bit of extra. All right, when that knee comes back and around, and step forward, however you'd like to do that, so that you're in a lunge. We'll lift the back knee up off the mat. We have 3 rounds of opening up through the front hip, so dropping the hips, broadening out through the collarbone, deep breath. As you exhale, straighten the leg and fold. 2 more times. Opening, straighten the leg, folding. Last time here. Straighten the leg and fold. Good, let's return to the bend and we'll find a twist. Right hand to the floor, to the block, left arm up into the air for your twist. Yes. So nice, y'all. Good, come back down, inhaling up, crescent lunge. So find this good, strong, stable base. First, you can even bend that back knee just a little bit. Tuck the bottom under. Let's find 90-degree shapes here. And we're just gonna do some movement with the arms for the rotator cuff muscles. So as you bring the arms down, maybe the palms can rotate back a little bit. Maybe they just come so that the arms parallel the floor. Try to keep the elbows up at shoulder height. Do a couple more here at your pace. The next time the arms are up, you can send them all the way up. Good, hands down around that left foot back to join your right, find plank. Deep breath in here as you exhale, lowering down, inhaling up, back bend of your choice. Good, we travel to down dog, choose how you get there. From down dog, let's find a 3-legged dog. All right, right, so now we are going out to the side with either the knee bent or the leg straight, and then back. You have to bend the knee to bring it back in and around. But when you are going out to the side, see if you can create that longer lever. Just notice how that requires even more from your body. And if it means that you need to drop that knee to the mat, the right knee to the mat, feel free to do that. The next time the leg is up, then draw the knee into the chest first. When you go out to the side, maybe knee stays bent, maybe the legs go straight, and then up to that three-legged dog. So we're kind of making some quirky circles here, because you have to bend the knee at one point in order to bring it into the chest. When it goes out to the side, see if you can add a little more length there. Bring it back in that three-legged dog. We drop the left toes to the mat. And this time we are going to find child's pose together. Again. And let's roll through those wrists. Back to either tabletop or down dog. We'll look to the front end of the mat. We are traveling forward. Once you arrive at the front end of the mat, let's just pause for a few seconds here. Let the upper body relax. Head, neck, shoulders, soft, passive. Try to feel, see if you can feel tension just melting off your shoulders, into the floor. All right, let's make our way to a standing position. You choose how you get there. Perfect. All right, so now we are going to do one more thing here together. Well, one more flow. It's not one more thing, there's multiple things with it. We'll bring all of our weight to our right foot, and let's start off here just bringing that left knee up. So all of your weight to your right foot. Try to feel just that triangle underneath you. Balls of the feet to the heels, maybe even lifting those toes up a little bit. All right, so now, it's almost like we're gonna run. But we're gonna do this slow. So your left arm and left leg go all the way out at the same time. And then as you bring the knee back in, that right arm is forward, the left knee is up. All right, so just a little bit of balance, some functional movement here. But what I want you to think about, you can add this little motion of the body moving up and forward, or if you just stay forward, it will be more challenging. So it depends on how you'd like to approach this today. But the left arm, left leg goes long, left knee comes in, right arm goes up. Now the next time the left arm and left leg are long, send the right arm out. You have this warrior three shape. We drop into our crescent lunge again. This time we're gonna go right for a twist. Let's bring our hands to our hearts and we'll twist to the right. You choose whether or not you want to add leverage to this twist. Elbow to the outside of that right knee, or if you want to stay a little more elevated using your core strength. Or you could drop left hand to the floor or to your block as we practiced just a little bit ago. We cartwheel all the way up and around to the warrior two. From your warrior two, let's find a reverse warrior. Straighten out through that right leg, fold into a triangle pose. And let's pause here and hold. So in triangle, that left arm, you could rotate your palm to face the wall behind you, bring the arm behind your back. You could send both arms out to the front to strengthen the core just a little bit more here. Or even just that left arm out in front of you to find a little more stretch through that left side of the body. We'll hear 2 more breaths. Hands land down around the right foot. Let's swing this right leg all the way up and back to find a 3-legged dog. You could find a three-legged flow here, or you could do a little more hip circles, this time maybe with just the knee bent. Or you could even let that right leg go out to the side and hold. And we'll be in down dog with both feet to the floor, look to the front end of the mat, we travel forward. You choose how you get to standing. All of your weight to your left foot. Right knee comes up. So once again here, your left arm is going to be forward when that right knee is up, and as you extend back, your right arm and right leg are long. So you choose your pace here. You choose whether or not the body, torso moves. As you bring the knee in, maybe you stand a little more upright. Or maybe you find just a little bit of a hinge and you hold there as you send the arm and lay back and forth. The next time the right arm, right leg are long, stay there, and then send the left arm forward to join it. Pause here, one more breath. Activate that right foot, stay strong through that right leg, and then we drop into a crescent lunge. We go right for a twist. So once you arrive there, do a little hinge of the body, twisting to the left, maybe hooking right elbow to the outside of the knee, maybe not, staying a little more upright, using the strength of your core to hold you. Beautiful. Cartwheel all the way up and around warrior two. Find a reverse warrior. Straighten out through that left leg. Let's find our triangle pose. And this is where we pause and hold. Whatever you chose on that first side, feel free to do that again here. Good, we'll slowly move out of this, moving to a three-legged dog, and you choose what you do with this three-legged dog. Maybe it's a three-legged flow, maybe it's more circles through that left hip. Maybe it's letting that left leg go out to the side and pause. Beautiful. Let's meet up in down dog. Together we're going to shift our weight to find our plank pose. All right, ladies, this is it. We're going to slow her down slow. You can drop your knees to the mat, but as slow as you can go, keep your head aligned with the rest of the spine. Once you land all the way on your stomach, we are practicing scorpion with the right side first. Right arm is going to go out to the right side, left hand underneath that left shoulder. You'll push yourself open toward that left long edge of your mat. Your left foot can land to the floor behind you. You can let it hover. All right, if you feel nothing in that right shoulder, you may want to come back to your stomach, angle that arm a little bit differently. Even a bend in the elbow can add a little bit here. And then return. Your left hand can stay where it is. You bring your left arm behind your back. You could send your left arm long behind you. Visually thinking of visually thinking. I don't know if that's appropriate, but visualize your arms parallel. You guys have decided where you're going to be. It's beautiful. Relax. So this is our first yin pose. And with yin, what we do is we find our position and we hold. And usually that hold is 3 to 5 minutes. We are not going to be doing that long with our arms. We might do that a little bit, be about that with our hips. But just pause move through you. Perfect. Slowly roll back to your stomach. And let's set ourselves up for the other side right away. So your left arm goes out to the side. You're pushing yourself open to the right long edge of your mat. Your right foot can land to the mat, or you could let the leg hover in the air in the bend. You keep the leg straighter. There's so many ways to approach this. So please feel you've got this opportunity to explore a little bit. But once you find your position, then we stay and we hold. Gently roll yourself back to your stomach. And let's make our way, push yourself up, let's make our way to a seated position. We're gonna be about a third of the way down the mat. You've got 2/3 of the mat behind you. We'll start off in a cross-legged position with the left leg in front of the right. So your left leg is in front of your right. And this left leg is actually you're gonna bring it back and around, and hopefully that sets you up pretty nicely for pigeon, one-legged pigeon pose. If you feel like you need to get into that position in a different way, or this pose in a different way, feel free to do that. All right, let's start off by opening up. So crawl yourself up, open up through the front body, and then keep the length of the body as you begin to walk yourself forward. We'll take about 2 minutes here, a little bit longer than that. 30 more seconds here. Check in with the upper body, relax the hands, relax the muscles of the face. Breathe those easy breaths, softening down. Let's slowly begin to walk ourselves back up. You'll sit down onto your right hip and swing this leg all the way back and around. We'll send the right leg straight, give it a little break. That left foot will go to the outside of your right leg. Sit up tall. You're twisting towards your bent knee. Left fingertips teacupped behind you. Turning to look over your left shoulder. And then slowly turn to the front of the room. You can just shake out whatever you might need to shake out here, and then we'll find our cross-legged position with the right leg in front of the left. We're sending this right leg around, preparing for one-legged pigeon pose. Before you fold, first of all, take a few seconds to make sure everything feels really good here. Open up through the chest, so crawl yourself up, and then stay long through the spine, relaxing down. Again, you have a little over 2 minutes here, about 2.5. So settle in, relax. About 30 more seconds here. Relax, soften with each exhale, just a little bit more. Slowly begin to walk yourself back up. Sit down onto your left hip. Swing this right leg all the way around. Straighten out through that left leg. That right foot will land to the opposite side. Sit up tall and twist toward the bent knee. Turn to the front of the room. We are moving on to our backs. When you land on your back, you'll have just a few, probably about 45 seconds or so to do anything else that your body needs. So it might be that you want to practice an inversion, so feel free to use a block for a supported inversion or unsupported. It might mean that you want to twist and add gravity, or you have the help of gravity in your twist. So twisting, inversions, a little bit of both. You have about 30 more seconds here. And we make that a little bit longer because I know this is your time. Take about 20 more seconds. Take time to set yourself up for final relaxation. So if you want to use props in any way that supports you in this last little bit of time, take time to set yourself up. Here in the present moment. Our time on the mat is soon coming to a close, but don't let this time end too early. Let it be yours for the next couple of minutes. Let your mind to be quiet, focusing on the breath or a simple mantra like the word peace, calm, relax. Bring some easy movement back to your body. You're welcome to stay right where you are, or you can roll to your favorite side and rest for a couple of breaths. And in this time, please tell yourself something good, like thank you, or I love you, buddy, or whatever it is. Thank yourself. Be good to yourself. Self-acceptance, self-compassion. We make our way to a seated position. Choose to get there any way you'd like. Let's take one more big deep breath in together, sending the arms up on the inhale, hands to heart as you exhale. This is a quote from Matt Haig. We need self-acceptance, self-compassion. Our present bodies and minds and lives are not things we have to escape. We need to remember the messy miracle of being here.